we started off over 200 years ago as a fledgling nation. Some of the wisest men on the face of the earth put together a system of government that formed this nation using principles in such a unique combination to where the United States of America became, in short order, the greatest nation on the face of the earth. And while we are still the greatest nation on the face of the earth, I think we have become a bit tarnished in the way that we do things. But I believe that the United States of America is yet to see the brightest of our days. And the reason is because of people like you. People who still love our country. People who still believe in the American way of life. And it's going to take people like you, people like me, getting out there and holding our elected officials accountable. Making sure that our elected officials are actually servants. Instead of going to Washington or going to Atlanta or going anywhere else and saying, oh my goodness, well now I have arrived. And now I get all the privileges that belong to this particular position. You know, we've got to get back to the place to where those that we elect are servants of the people. This system of government, in all the history of mankind, the sovereign had always been either a person, a king, or a group of people, an oligarchy. But in the wisdom of our fathers, they decided that the people was going to be the sovereign in the United States of America. The people are the sovereign. And if we would return to the place to where the people are the sovereign again, see, it's flipped over the years. Government has grown and grown and grown to the place where the government is the sovereign right now. But you know something? If the people will rise up again and take their rightful sovereignty, then we can not just reverse, but we can all become such a greater nation than we have ever been before. You know, we have all kinds of issues that we face today in the United States. And I really feel like it's a simple solution to this. Look to the Constitution. Because the Constitution means what it says, and it says what it means. And if you want to any doubt as to what the meaning of the Constitution is, then I suggest that you go back to the original source writings of our founding fathers. Go to the Federalist Papers. Read what our founding fathers actually said about what the Constitution means. And then, my goodness, a novel idea. Why don't we adhere to it? Now, the way that I see that some of our major problems are this. We have, you know, our president just recently accused the Supreme Court of being an activist court, possibly. My goodness. Activist courts have been going on for how long? Decades. And then we have an executive branch who has been making power grabs for years. I'm not talking about just this president here. I'm talking about for years we've had the executive branch making power grabs. And at the same time, we have a Congress which is supposed to be the representation of the people, and specifically the House of Representatives, because the House is supposed to be the closest to the people that have become different through the years. And Congress has to rise up again, both the House and the Senate, and take back their rightful place and position in the balance of powers as guaranteed by the Constitution. One of the reasons I got into this race is because when I look at the news, I see such vitriol between the parties. I hear the Republicans blaming Democrats, the Democrats blaming the Republicans, and you know, and I tell you what, last time I checked, we're Americans first. issues are and how to get there. But if you and I can sit down and we can just reason together. Let us talk civilly with one another without doing any name calling. Let us show respect for one another. And I guarantee you, if we approach it like that, we'll be able to find something we can agree on. There's just too much blaming going on in our government, and we have got to get back to a place to where we do what's best for the country. I appreciate your time, and I do appreciate you considering me for your next representative for the 9th Congressional District on July 31st. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fitzpatrick. I appreciate you coming and addressing this convention body. Again, we have 5 candidates.